The most helpful book ever published will teach everyone how nature creates people's personalities, including energy associated with personality. What is the meaning of energy? Well, simply put, it is the most distinct natural levels of energy among life, or the 4 levels of energy. It is the daily level of energy performance observed among the different personalities. How long can a person perform before they are completely exhausted? These observations form a pattern among the different personalities, tending to repeat and are profoundly noticed in people's personality. These observed trends are permanent, natural occurring, which cause people to have more or less energy performance. While you can only try to alter these tendencies, they remain permanent. You see, nature is known to be associated with energy in many walks of life, and not only in personality but in other areas of life. For example, to name some, such as in outer space with different planets having orbital speeds of energy around the Sun, where Mercury is the fastest and most energetic planet to orbit the Sun, or in the animal kingdom where cheetahs are one of the most energetic animals in the world, capable of reaching up to 75 miles per hour in only a few seconds, or any natural occurrence having different levels of energy to exist by nature. People's personalities are no exception. These energy tendencies are permanent, natural occurring, showing up in different levels among personalities. While you can only observe them, they never vanish. Yes, this occurs even in personalities. Energy levels which anyone can observe for himself or herself occur most often enough to consider them reliable trends. The most helpful book ever published will identify energy for you found in different personalities you will read about, giving you the advantage of understanding the energy patterns of people. When you learn about the energy patterns of people's personalities, you will be able to predict how a person is most likely to function in their life. To know how energetic they are at achieving their goals. So what are these energy patterns? You will realize that some people tend to be less energetic in their day more than others are, not because they are lazy or tired, but because they appear to have a different energy level tendency to perform with, more or less. This is a result of nature's limits observed in different personalities. You will begin to recognize the 4 different levels of energy being as first, second, third, and fourth place energy levels, tending to be the natural observed pattern of energy levels among the different personalities of people. This will result in a better understanding of why some people can be more energetic than others can. Once you are aware of the levels of energy limitations, you can perfect your life. For example, in one group of people with similar birth date ranges, it was consistently found that they all had a high energy level in pursuing goals all the time. This resulted in a higher fulfillment in the most meaningful way. There was increased improvement by reaching out for multiple numbers of goals. The high energy level experienced brought on tremendous happiness, and this was important to discover. You have to know what makes you happy in life. The most difficult part was uncovering the level of what their energy performance would be. The problem was recognizing or pinpointing the fact that this high level of energy existed. This resulted in fulfilling their life in the most meaningful way. They improved their life by grabbing at whatever goal it took in the way of achieving a greater income, like a second job, working harder for a promotion, or anything to achieve more prosperity. They really considered their energy level to be high, making them more successful with their goals of all types. This made them very happy, and this was important to discover. You have to know what makes you happy in life. The most difficult part was uncovering their energy ability. The problem was recognizing or pinpointing the fact that they had this high energy ability. You see, once you are aware of your level of energy, especially about the energy level you have yourself, you can embrace it, and help others to discover it as well, giving you the advantage of perfecting your life. To really discover what makes a person more energetic to pursue goals. Remember this, there is one observation that was found for sure: no matter whom you are, everyone has a level of energy. This is a reality in life that nobody can escape. The most helpful book ever published will help everyone to recognize the different levels of energy patterns which linger among people's personalities. This will result in a better understanding of what makes people's energy performance stronger or weaker at pursuing their goals in life, especially yourself. So why does everybody have these energy patterns? Thank goodness they exist in personality. However, if you observe everyone more closely, even through the generations, you will notice a reoccurring energy pattern that is similar to everyone belonging to a certain birth date range that never goes away. The energy patterns found among the different personalities are very special to bring us a better understanding of each other. So how can this great work of literature help everyone to learn more about people's personalities? The core or body of this exciting material contains 8 chapters which describe and uncover the unique ways of how nature shapes us in a special way that improves your comprehension of understanding personalities to the point that you really can read people like a book, and in a way like never before. This means you will understand why people act and behave the way they do with their unique habits all shaped by nature. You will learn about nature's personality factory that creates personality similar to how an auto factory creates cars. 10 years went into writing this informative material. The official copyright was established and recorded in the United States in the year 2022. This is a very rare original work that can't be found anywhere else. The most helpful book ever published sets an example with the goal and desire to present a great work of quality material in a newly discovered science from the publishing industry to help others gain better health, wealth, and knowledge for a terrific future. This is a rare work that can't be found anywhere else. If you have a hobby or are a professional book collector or are thinking about starting a book collection, you can add value to your collection by collecting this first signature edition offered here. You don't have to read the whole book ever because you will only be reading the sections which pertain to you, as this will be explained with very easy comprehension to see that you won't be reading with much labor at all with mostly short readings. You only read what you need. This rare work of literature was written with the following strict guidelines which were more difficult than any doctor program at any university. First, it must be a new scientific discovery that no mind has ever touched. Second, it must be non-fiction. Third, it must receive an official registration of copyright by the United States government. This book is certainly very informative, and you will learn fascinating concepts to understand people better. This means no more struggling in your life trying to guess what you are good at, who your best companion is, or what career you're cut out for. The entire book is designed for easy comprehension and is very simple. In fact, you won't be reading this material with much labor at all with mostly short readings. Add the most helpful book ever published to your collection now. The entire book is designed for easy comprehension and is very simple. In fact, you won't be reading this material with much labor at all with mostly short readings. Add the most helpful book ever published to your collection now. P.S. Thomas W. Anti searches on Google and Yahoo quickly finds you, the most helpful book ever published.